Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is basically a crochet vlog, just me showing you how I created this top and just the process and the struggles and the pains. Please do subscribe if you want to see more, and let's get into it.
I'll be fine.
This is the yarn that I'm using. I saw this yarn in Hobbycraft and that's what prompted me to create this top. This is the idea, this is the plan, right? I kind of want to use this yarn. It kind of resembles mohair. I kind of want to do a triple crochet stitch throughout the entire top. And I've really got 3 balls of yarn, so I kind of have no plan. I just don't want to ruin it by adding some ugly colour. I think I'm just going to play it safe and just use just this yarn only and make it just one colour. But I've only got 300 grams of yarn in total, and that is not enough. I have no idea what I'm going to do. All I know is I'm going to use a triple crochet stitch. So guys, you can see I'm starting off with a chain. I'm going to do as many chains as I need just to measure how wide I want this top to be. This is how it looks like. This stitch does kind of elongate the length, so it looks pretty good. I'm going to do a few more rows and just to see kind of how it looks like. The good thing about a triple crochet stitch is that it does work up quicker. It is a tall stitch, so I guess it does kind of help in the sense of like doing less rows rather than like a single crochet stitch, for example. But yeah, I just found it quite interesting because it's been a very long time since I last used a triple crochet stitch in any of my projects. In terms of tension, I am quite like loose with my tension. I'm not doing it too tight, as you can tell, just to create that flowy look. I didn't want it to be too tight. I really do like how it looks so far. I'm just going to keep going. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to make it like too long in length, which I normally would do. It's just because I've got less yarn, so I've just got to deal with what I've got. Progress is looking great. I feel like with this top compared to everything else that I've created, because it's a triple crochet, it actually like doesn't take too much time. I'm saying that, but I feel like the reason is because I went for more of like a shorter style top, because I think most of my projects or like clothing item that I've created are more like longer in length. It might just be one of those things where I'm talking and saying it's because of the chosen stitch, but actually it's because of the length. But oh well, it's working up quicker and I'm happy. Today it is Tuesday. No, it's not, I lied, it's Monday. Just picked this up and I don't think I need to do additional rows. I've basically gone ahead and added 2 stitch markers, which is going to be space for the neck, as you can see. So I've done 11 stitches from this side and then 11 stitches from this side just to make it even. So this is the thing, I'm not sure, right? Like I'm thinking maybe to go ahead back and forwards a few times here and then stop, just like the other side, just to then create the shape of the arms, or just from the create the shoulder length. So I'm really going with the flow here, and I'm sure you guys can tell, but that's the vibe we're going for, I'm afraid. So from the stitch marker, I have done 1, 2, 3 rows, 3 additional rows. I just feel like doing any more is not necessary because this does go over my shoulder, so it's perfect. And then obviously I'm gonna have the back part as well, but 1 decrease. So I've started off with 11 stitches and then 10 and then 9, and that's how I'm going to leave it as that. I'm going to fasten off here, and then I'm going to go ahead and reattach my yarn at the end over here and then do the same thing, and I'll come back to you. So as you can see, I've done 2 rows of decrease, and now I'm going to go ahead and do 1 more, and then I'm going to leave that, and then I'll be the same like that. What I'm doing is chaining 2, flipping my work like so. So I'm going to go ahead and do a triple crochet into all of these stitches, and I'll tell you when I do the decrease. Some hours pass by. The weather has instantly changed, like it's just gone so cold now, and it's so depressing. And now I'm going to do the increase. So I mean, it kind of depends, like you can do it however you want to, as long as you basically do the decrease. So I'm going to go yarn over twice, and I'm going to go into my stitch here, pull through, and then, so that's how it looks like. And then I'm going to go ahead and instead of pulling through all those loops as you would when you do a treble crochet, I'm then going to go ahead and into the second stitch, pull that through, and I've got so many loops on my hook, so I'm just going to go ahead and just pull through 2 of them, and then I'm going to go yarn over, pull through, yarn over and pull through, and then that's basically the decrease. So just going to count the stitches to make sure. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 legibly. I'm going to go ahead and chain 1, and then I'm going to cut off my yarn and then pull through like so. So that's that done. That's how it looks like there. Now I'm going to go ahead and move on to the back panel. Guys, this is what I mean, like this is why you don't crochet when your brain is dead or you're completely tired, because tell me why I was working on the back panel and why in the world did I create the most longest chain? I did 67 chains instead of 37 chains. Like, am I okay? Clearly not. Clearly there is definitely something wrong there, but we're not going to talk about it, are we? No, we're not. So what am I going to do now? Literally unweave this and unwind it and start from the very beginning. So that was a waste of time, wasn't it? It was a big waste of time, because now I could have been working on this, but no, I have to redo this shit again, which is so amazing, isn't it? Yeah, so that's great. So yeah, back to the drawing board we go, and let's start from the beginning. Honestly, I don't think there's been a time where I haven't had a mental breakdown when crocheting. Like, there's always going to be something that goes wrong, and it's just part of the process, and I've accepted it. But anyways, so I've thankfully caught up, and here you can see I've pretty much like done most of the second panel. And yeah, like I just feel like crocheting is a process, it's a journey, and it's not for the weak. Like there's a lot of things to process, and there's a lot of things to kind of take in and experience. It's just what comes with it. So yeah, guys, it's literally so difficult to like take stitches off using this type of yarn because it's so soft. Like, it's just so hard. It tangles. Like, look, I'm literally trying to pull off this. 1 second. It's not even coming off, and it takes so long. Like, look, it's just getting stuck. Use this to kind of like snip things off in order to actually unweave it. So it is quite a difficult yarn to work in that sense. I'm just trying to unweave this entire row, or take this row off, because I did an extra row for no reason, and I hate it when I do that because I just do more work for myself. I have now completed the front and back panel. It is now just a case of sewing against here and then attaching over here. That way the shoulders will be joined, and yeah, then we can do the arms. But that is how it looks like now. Once I had the 2 panels, it was now time to sew up the sides, to then obviously allow me to create the arms. This is always the fun part. I love it when I try on the top for the first time, when it's actually wearable. This will then allow me to determine how much I want to leave for the arms. It seems like the neckline is quite low, as well as the back, but hopefully if I have enough yarn I can fix that, because I'm quite scared about how much yarn I have left. Because I would ideally, if I have enough yarn, is do a row of single crochet, just so hopefully that will then help with the low neckline. Now it's just a case of determining the arm gap, so I'm going to go ahead and place some stitch markers to see how big I want the arms. Right guys, so as I mentioned earlier, I needed to put stitch markers. So what I've done here is I've popped 2 stitch markers that will kind of be the width of my arm, and I obviously replicated that on this side too. I'd say this is like 50 grams, so half of 100 grams by the looks of it, I think. And then I've got thankfully 100 grams extra, well not extra but left, so you can see I've got 150 grams, and I pray and I'm hoping this will be enough. It probably is going to be enough. I'm obviously going to be working in the round, so I'm first going to go ahead and sew right up until here, and then do the arms that way, and then go from there. So guys, I have done one side of the arm, so I have sewed up all the way up until here, and then that will be my arm gap or my armhole. And then I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing on this side. It is quite tedious if you ask me, like it can be a bit difficult, but like when I say difficult, I mean difficult in the sense of kind of like lining up the stitches. So I'm kind of winging it. Like this whole project, it's pretty much just, I've pretty much been freehanding it. Like I haven't used any pattern, So I really am going with the flow with this one. So I just hope it does turn out how I envision it to turn out. I am sewing up the sides, or you can go ahead and do it by crocheting. So you can crochet the sides either with a single crochet or a slip stitch. Apparently I already started crocheting the arm sleeves without telling you guys, but anyways, as you can see, I have already done a few rows. Originally my plan was to kind of increase as I do each row, just because I really wanted the baggy or bell sleeve, whatever you want to call it. However, because the yarn was so like flowy, I didn't necessarily need to do that. So I just basically did stitches of 29 triple crochets. So I've completed both of the arms, so that's all done. And now I'm going to go ahead because I do have a bit of yarn left. Let me show you. So we've got this much left. It looks less, but it's enough to hopefully do maybe a row of single crochet just to finish the bottom part. Also do a row of single crochet here just to kind of like make the neckline a bit more neater. But yeah, so let's go and do that. Right guys, this is the final fit. This is the final look. I cannot believe I've created this. Like, I absolutely love it so much. It's so cute. I love the arms. I just love how this it's very flowy, and I love that a lot. So I did single crochet around the entire neckline. Because I had less yarn, I needed to kind of do a decrease just to ensure that I can still cinch in the neck, otherwise it just would not sit nicely. So that's what I've done. Such a cute top. You can pair it with whatever you like. I'm wearing jeans right now, but you could wear a skirt. Very nice and winter appropriate. But yeah, really happy with how this turned out, and let me just show you how it looks properly. So that's the final product. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.